Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, it's going to be more of an interesting video. I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about Yeeps, because I know there's a lot of new players around Yeeps every single day, and there's no tutorial anymore, so it can be quite hard to know what to do in the game. So I'm going to be teaching you guys everything you need to go. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be talking about are maps. There are so many maps inside of Yeeps, but I'm going to be talking about the main three. So number one is Blue House, what was one of the first ever maps inside of Yeeps. It is a hide and seek game mode, and it has had a few reworks to it, but at the moment you can locate it in the hide and seek section inside of home. Okay, that was Blue House. Next map I'm going to be talking about is Starter House. Starter House is technically the first ever map that you used to go into when it was in 1.0, but now it's in 2.0. Starter House has kind of got rid of. I don't think you can find it anymore, but it's still quite a core memory in everything. And I'm also going to be talking about Construction Site, what is a tap tag game mode that you can also find in home in the tap tag section, and it is quite an OG map as well. But maps are all over Yeeps. You can find them by using the map, and if you have silver beans, 1,000 silver beans, you can go to these maps. But let's move on to the next part. The next thing we're going to be talking about is game modes. So, the first game mode I'm going to be talking about is Hide and Seek. Hide and Seek is a game mode where the seekers seek and the hiders hide, obviously. And the seekers have pins that they can chuck or stab inside of the hiders. The hiders' objective is to hide until the very end of the round. The seekers is to get everybody that is hiding. And if they make it to the end of the round, if the hiders make it to the end of the round, they win. If the seekers tag all the hiders, they've won. You get hints every minute or so, 30 seconds, something like that. But yeah. Next game mode is Tap Tag. Tap Tag is a game mode what is kind of like just regular tag in real life. It's kind of like Gorilla Tag's Infection game mode, where taggers will tag someone and the runners have to run away. The runners have to survive until the end of the round, and the taggers have to tag all the taggers. Tag all of the runners. That's kind of it. That's kind of it. And next game mode is FFA Arena. FFA Arena is basically a arena where you fight other people, and last one left wins. That's kind of the whole thing to FF Arena, but yeah. Next game is Monster. So Monster is kind of like Tag, but the monster is the tagger, and if the monster is faster than all the other players, has less eyesight, less vision, but if they tag someone, then that person is tagged and now the monster, and they're normal again. That's Monster game mode. Next game mode I'm going to be talking about is Prop Hunt. Prop Hunt has the seekers and the hiders. The hiders have prop guns, and they have to hide as a prop, and the seekers have to shoot the props and guess which one is the hiders. But that's all for game modes. That is so many more game modes, but I'm going to leave it there. Okay, so the next part is Buck Coins and Silver Beans. Buck Coins is the main currency inside of Yeeps. There are so many different ways to earn Buck Coins, from Buck Coin stashes that are hidden in the main adventure maps, or the achievements, or daily quests, or daily login, or pets, or even loot. But there are so many different ways to make Buck Coins, but the way you make Silver Beans is actually quite interesting. So, like I said, loot with the Buck Coins. You can find loot in different adventure maps, even in dungeons, but I'll get to that next. And in these dungeons and in the maps, there are materials that you can sell for Buck Coins or Silver Beans. If you sell them for silver beans, then you'll get a few thousand silver beans, and you can buy stuff like fast traveling, or maybe an item that you don't own that you need temporarily, or a cool reskin that does something that you can't own. And maybe even some charms, like that happened in the Christmas update, but some charms that you can find around the map. That's silver beans. Buck coins, you can buy everything with buck coins on tech webs, and loads of stuff you can buy with buck coins. There's way too much to go over right now, but you can buy hundreds and hundreds of things with buck coins. But yeah, that's that. Okay, the next part I'm going to be talking about is loot in dungeons. So loot you can find around every map, like I said before, but you can also find them in dungeons. And in these dungeons, you have to go through like little mini bosses to get to bosses that you have to open a vault or kill the boss or do something like that to open the vault to get the materials. And those materials every week, the loot thing, the loot merchant, or whatever it's called, restocks every week on Friday at well, I don't know what time it is in America or anything like that, but in Britain it is 6 PM. But you can find loot everywhere. In dungeons is different maps that you have to do stuff for, and in the rotation of the loot merchant, the stuff that you get from dungeons, like the blue crystal, the purple crystal, the red crystal, and the ectoplasm looking thing, you get those from dungeons, and they normally sell for 100 buck coins each. You can get 3 of them every 8 hours. But there's also other loot that you can find anywhere in the map that could give you like 20 buck coins, 2 buck coins, or 4 buck coins, or there's some other like prices as well, but it's not just that. You can also sell them for silver beans, like I said before, but that's everything you really need to know about dungeons. So let's move on to the next thing. The next thing we're going to be talking about is bugs. So with bugs, there are, well, mobs, sorry, I meant to say mobs. There are bugs, like the pincer bug, the boom bug, the fat bug, the spitting snail, the wasp, the egg sac, and the queen bug. But there are different maps that you can play in, like this map that I'm currently in, Infested Castle. And you have to defend your base from bugs, killing them. That's behind me. If you can see that behind me, they're destroying that. But yeah, there are so many different mobs, from yetis to bosses. Oh, my sofa disappeared. But yeah, that's the whole point of mobs, and they're pretty cool. So let's move on to the next. The next part I'm going to be talking about is the most popular part of Yeeps, and that is community worlds. Community worlds, there are thousands and hundreds of thousands of community worlds that you can play. Some of them are fun, some of them are a bit sloppy, but the most popular ones are run maps, like parkour in general, and only ups, what a lot of people don't like anymore, but they're mostly the maps. But you can make your own community world by typing in the code that you want it to be, and then you can buy it for 500 buck coins. Each world costs in there, like map, costs 500 buck coins. You can change the name of it for, I believe, 100 buck coins. You can change the size of it for 300, change the biome for 300 buck coins. You can remove the floor for 100. But there's so many different things you can do in community worlds. You have to fuel them so they don't run out of fuel, so you don't get rid of them. But like, I don't know if you can see, but behind me, these are the top 5 featured community worlds, like Only Up 2D, Yeeps History, and Juggernaut. Juggernaut is a PvP map, Only Up 2D is an Only Up, and Yeeps History teaches you about the Yeeps history. But that's kind of all for community worlds. Go and join my community world, Fire Pit. Put it up on screen. Go join that. It's a work in progress, but it will be really fun. So let's move on to the next. The next part is lore. So what I mean by lore is, you may be wondering, what is a yeep? A yeep is a puppet. That's why our mouths move like this, our hands look like this, and when we take something out of our belly bubbles, it will take out stuffing, as you can see. But we're basically filled with stuffing. That's why I don't understand how we can go underneath water and fire, but this is Yeeps logic we're talking about. Everything inside of Yeeps is a pillow. Like, this is a pillow. This is also a pillow, even though it is an item. Every item inside Yeeps is a pillow, because that's why you put stuffing in it, so they're all pillows. Everything inside of Yeeps. Not like the wood blocks aren't, of course, because they're wood, but everything is a puppet and made out of stuffing and stuff like that. But that's kind of the whole thing about Yeeps. The reason why we have pins in hide and seek is because that's like what we use. We got the zippers because that's where our cotton comes from, the zip. That's kind of it. There's not exactly too much lore about Yeeps, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, let's move on to the next. The next part we're going to be talking about are private worlds. Private worlds are very different to community worlds, but they're also kind of the same. Okay, so I don't know if this is the same anymore, but you used to have to spend 100 buck coins on a private world. Now I believe it's free for just the sandbox. You can do the same in community worlds. You can change biome, name, biome, name, and size. You can also buy maps, but instead of like community worlds where it's 500 per map, it's 2,000 per map. But the reason why it's 2,000 per map, because there is no fuel, so it will never run out of fuel. It will always be yours. You can join your friends' private worlds. They can join yours, but you can also close it, kick people from your private world, and that's also something you could do in mini worlds that I forgot to tell you. If you're the owner or staff with permissions, then you will be able to kick people if they're doing something bad, and kick them. But yeah, that's everything to do with private worlds, kind of. Put whatever you want in them, as long as it's not bannable. But yeah, on to the next. Okay, the next thing we're going to be talking about is the Discord. So Yeeps have their own official Discord that you can join by the place where you redeem your daily quests and your daily login streak, what is mostly where the tech web is. You can join the Discord there, or there could be banners around Yeeps in the Yeeps game that have like a banner with saying, if you sign up to Discord and link your account, you'll get a special hat. I'll show it right now. You get a special hat. If you link your account, you can check your hours when you started the game. You can check kind of everything of your personal information inside of Yeeps. Like I have over 1,100 hours inside of Yeeps, and I have a 450 plus day streak, and I joined in June, I think it was like June 18th or July 18th, 2024. You can check everything, like how many buckcoin stashes you've redeemed, and how many achievements you've done, and stuff like that. But if you join the Discord, then there's so many different things you can do in the Discord. What I'll explain next. Okay, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is roles. So when you join up to the Discord, you have to be 13, by the way. I forgot to tell you this, but you have to be 13 or older to be in the Discord. But to get roles like lab rat, content creator, reviewer, junior mod, moderator, or senior mod, game mod, or Discord moderator, you have to be a certain age for each of them, and also you have to be in the Discord, and you have to apply for it doing an application. The lab rat, you have to be 13 and you have to fill out an application. Content creator, you also have to be 13, you have to fill out an application. Now for junior mod and like moderator, all of that stuff, you have to be 14 plus, and you also have to do an application. And I believe reviewer, you also have to do an application, and you have to be 13 plus as well. But that's kind of all the roles. What they do is basically, lab rat gets you so you can beta test updates before they come out. No, it's not so special. There's like thousands and thousands and thousands of people with this role. It's quite common actually. To content creator, every month they do like content creator challenges that will get you a special cosmetic. That although I have content creator, I've never done the challenges, even though I need to do them. So I don't have any of the cosmetics, but yeah, that's what that's for. And moderator is so you can make the community a better place, basically. Junior mod is where you can warn people, and moderator is where you can ban people and warn people, stuff like that. But yeah, let's move on to the next part. The next part I'm going to be talking about is competitions. Now these competitions are also in the Discord, and the two that I'm going to be talking about is Pop-Up Challenge and BAM, what stands for Build a Map. But I'm going to talk about Pop-Up first. Basically, every month there is a Pop-Up Challenge, what could be make a skit, make an outfit, make something in real life, or build something inside of Yeeps with a certain category that you have to follow. Like, this month was build a dinosaur, so I'll show you now. That's what I built for my dinosaur and my Pop-Up Challenge. If you become top 10, you get the Pop-Up badge and 1,000 luck coins. And then like top 50, well 40 to like top 40, just like honourable mentions. Tells you that they did good, but they didn't win, sadly. And that's kind of it. It's pretty cool. Not a lot of people have the Pop-Up badge, but it's not completely rare, like the moderator badge or the developer badge. It's quite cool though. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is BAM. So BAM is BAM, what stands for Build a Map. So it's Build a Map winner. Every like 2 months or so, they do something called BAM, obviously. That is, you have to build a map according to the category. So it's kind of like Pop-Up, but you have to try a lot harder. Only 3 of the people go through the finalists, and only 1 person wins. And that, I'm pretty sure, the max amount of people you can have in one BAM team is 5 people. So 5 people, if they win, get the BAM badge and the BAM trophy. So BAM trophy, what's right behind me, you get from winning BAM. There's quite a lot of BAM winners, but it's pretty cool. It's kind of a flex, not gonna lie. But you have to be very, very good at building for Pop-Up and build the map. So it's not a guarantee that you get in, but cool to try out anyway. So let's move on to the next. Okay, the next part I'm going to be talking about is something that I know a lot about and moderators know a lot about, but not a lot of people know about. Now, I'm going to be talking about the rules of Yeeps. I'm not going to go over all of them because that'll take hours and hours and hours. So I'm going to go off the main. I'm going to be going off the main 5 of them. That's like the most common. So the first one is bullying / harassment. So bullying and harassment can come in 2 different forms. So like harassment can be verbal harassment or physical. So you could be hitting someone with something like a bat, and if they keep on telling you to stop and they're not stopping, then they can get suspension for that and a ban. And there's verbal, so if someone's saying something a lot, like they're saying something repetitively and keep on doing it and keep on doing it, if you keep on asking them to stop and they don't, then that is also another form of harassment. Next thing I'm going to be talking about is discriminatory language. So this is making fun of anybody with a disability, a different race to you, or anything that is like different to you, or even the same as you that you make fun of. It counts as discriminatory language that you can get a mic ban for, or a mic warning, or even a ban sometimes. But the next thing I'm going to be talking about is mass reporting. So reporting one person you may get a warning, well, not exactly, you don't normally get a warning for that, but reporting one person for no reason doesn't really matter. But if you report more than 3 people, or even 2 people, for 2 people you get like a warning, but for like the whole lobby, say, or more than 3 people, you can get a ban for, because it's called mass reporting. Another thing is griefing in creative mode. So griefing in play mode, so say someone came over here right now and griefed, well, if I made a sky base and someone griefed it in play mode, they wouldn't get banned for it. But if I ask them to stop multiple times, then it can come under bullying/harassment. But griefing in creative mode is a different story. So if you're in creative mode and you're building like in a wild or in your private world or in creative in your community world, if someone comes over and starts destroying your builds, then they can get banned for that. And then the last thing is inappropriate behaviour. So inappropriate behaviour is putting a butt show in an inappropriate place, or humping someone, or doing stuff like how do I put this? Just doing anything that's inappropriate, you're not allowed to do, is bannable, of course. But if you want better words for this, that isn't all the rules. There's so many different rules. If you're in the Discord, then ask a moderator, or just look up a video on what it is and stuff like that. I'm sure you'll find if it's bannable or not. Right, on to the next thing I'm going to be talking about is rolling off the rules. You have to be a certain age to play Yeeps. Although it says it's a PEGI 7, you cannot be 7 to play the game. You have to be, so to be playing the game completely on your own, you have to be 13 plus, but you can be 10 or 10 to 12, so 10, 11, 12 years old, and you can have a PMA, what is a parental managed account, that your parents will manage your account. You can be 10 or older, but at 13 you can play it completely on your own without a PMA. If you get found out that you are underage, then you can get permanently banned, or something like that. But right, let's move on to the next thing. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is the STAR program. So the STAR program is kind of like a content creator, but on a completely different scale. So it's YouTubers like, I'll give you an example in a second. It's big YouTubers with thousands and thousands of subscribers that the developers of the game at Trust Games have noticed them and have gave them something called the STAR program, like the STAR program pillow and STAR program badge. I don't know why I'm fumbling so much on this part, damn. But basically, if you're in the STAR program, then you get the STAR program badge and the STAR creator badge. So they're two different badges. STAR program badge is a purple star, that looks a bit different to the other one, and the STAR creator one is a orange star. It's an orange star. You also get two pillows with this: the STAR creator pillow and STAR program pillow. The STAR program pillow is the purple star pillow, and the STAR creator pillow is the yellow star creator thing. I'm going to be talking about a few of them right now. So my personal favourite, what I'm currently in his community world right now, is British Bagel, because just like me, he's British. He's a well-known Yeeps creator. He has nearly 30,000 subscribers, and he's pretty cool. I've been in his video before. That was terrible. I never want to be in his video again, sadly. Then you've got JB. He's just JB. Not much to say about him. He's also quite well known. He's got 35,000 subscribers. And then you've got GT Hockey, that is also a moderator and a STAR creator for Yeeps. He's pretty cool. He's quite a chill guy, actually. And then you've got Tennyson Williams. I don't know how to explain these people. He's pretty well known as well. And so is Mac VR, Macaroni and Cheese. But he's those are the main STAR creators that I think are pretty cool. There are so many. There's quite a few of them. There's been 3 batches so far, but I don't think they're doing batches anymore. They're just gonna choose someone on their own. But that's everything to do with STAR program. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. I hope this helped you, and you know about Yeeps a little more now. That's kind of everything you needed to know. That's the main things. There are so many more things, like horror levels, just there are so many different things inside Yeeps that I can't go over right now, or this video would be hours and hours long. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye.